Hello everyone and welcome back to another What Happened at E3. My name is Peter.
My name is Ben.
And today we are here to talk about what happened at the Xbox or Microsoft Bethesda joint show, which is very exciting. A lot to get through actually.
Yeah, a lot of hype leading into this one as well. Bethesda's conferences are usually something to behold in and of their own right, aren't they, at E3? And now part of the Xbox family.
Yeah.
So, you're right, lots shown, so should we just hop straight in?
Let's. They kind of, I think surprisingly, opened with Starfield. I thought it might make an appearance, but it was just there. Here it is, Starfield. It's been in the works for a long time now, just as a name, but we've seen pretty much nothing until today. So it was a cutscene. It wasn't gameplay, but we saw people taking off on planets and chatting to each other, or monologuing.
Not a huge amount to glean from this, apart from that it's going to be on Game Pass. It is an exclusive. And that it's launching on the 11th of November 2022 next year.
Same date as Skyrim launched, but 11 years later.
Yeah, gosh. Yeah. That's flown, hasn't it? But we still really don't know a huge amount about this, so I imagine the next year the PR machine will really whip up into gear and we'll actually see some gameplay.
Yeah. We then moved on to Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, which was gritty. It was kind of a bit brutal. And, there's guns. You better believe there's guns in it.
There's guns. Lots of really cool sort of doodads and gadgets to measure certain levels of whatever crazy spirit horror energy is going on in that game's universe. I said it looked a lot like Metro, and obviously there's a lot of shared DNA in there just by virtue of where the games are set. But one thing I always liked about Metro is that you had various sort of realistic tools. You could press a button to like wipe the visor of your gas mask and stuff, and you have like when you'd like look at the watch on your wrist and stuff to get various information piece of information rather than just having a piece of HUD. Looks great, looks frightening. Not really sure if it's for me, but it's coming.
It's coming in 2022. That's all we know so far. But yeah, it's certainly on its way. What was next, Ben?
We had Back 4 Blood, which there's going to be a few instances during this What Happened At where I think we're both in agreement that we can kind of just move on to the next game because we've already covered Back 4 Blood. I think it was a slightly different trailer, introducing a humans versus zombies competitive mode, but that's kind of it. Back 4 Blood looking great.
Coming in October. Yeah. Contraband was next, which confused us a bit. We were like, what is this? It looked maybe 70s-ish. There were kind of like cassettes, or maybe it was a record playing actually, and so a sort of a retro vibe to it. And it didn't actually tell you exactly what the game was about. There was like a chest, sort of treasure chest looking thing, and it looked like there were sort of plans and maps to maybe do a heist or a recovery or a Nathan Drake style tomb raid. I don't know. So we don't know much about it yet, but
this is from Avalanche, right? I think that's who it is. So just CG, just an announcement. We will find out more soon, hopefully. Not really sure what else we can say about that. Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life.
Yeah.
If you're playing Sea of Thieves still, then good for you, because in a couple of weeks' time, I think, at the very least this month, there is a licensed Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean crossover event coming, complete with Captain Jack Sparrow and I can't even remember his name, Johnny Depp, potentially impersonator. Don't know if it's really Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
As well as a few other characters.
Davy Jones, Mr. Gibbs, I think, is the guy with the sideburns, and maybe even Calypso, the kind of the sea witch from like the second movie. Don't know if that was her, but yeah, it took me by surprise. I did not expect a Disney, fully licensed Disney crossover with Pirates of the Caribbean from Sea of Thieves, but it's coming.
It is coming. Yeah. Also coming is the entire Yakuza franchise to Game Pass. It's available right now, including Yakuza Like a Dragon, which of course launched the end of last year. This is great. Game Pass continues to be outstanding value. I believe someone in our chat said it was £3 currently with some Disney Plus membership too. So if you've wanted to try Yakuza, which is a fantastic series, and I know Xbox fans haven't had the luxury of that series until very recently, then you should go and do it.
Yeah.
You can go do it for super cheap. Go play those games.
Go play crazy stuff like Yakuza, if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also pretty crazy on the trailer front and the gameplay front was Battlefield 2042. Oh, that was certainly a choreographed multiplayer experience, wasn't it, in the trailer?
It was pristine. Showcasing everything you possibly could, using a grappling hook to land right next to someone who was doing a cool melee kill, jumping off a building just as a helicopter flies past. Something that the Battlefield series does so well in multiplayer is just how mad it is and how much stuff is going on at once. Just the variety of gameplay in terms of the vehicles that are available. Everyone's on their own sort of personal mission, even if you're all on the same team. It looks bonkers. I mean, it graphically looks great, but also it looks absolutely flipping mad.
That's launching in October next year. So probably see a lot more of that in the meantime before launch. But it was nice to see some of that Battlefield chaos yet again. We then had a little look at 12 Minutes, which is this interesting top-down thing. Star-studded. It's got Willem Dafoe, Daisy Ridley, and James McAvoy. I think it was, if not the same trailer that we've already seen, or teaser almost, for this game, it was certainly a very similar one. So, again, probably not much more to add to that, unless, of course, you've not seen it in the first place. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one, though. It looks really nice. We did get an official date, right? I don't know if you just said that. The 19th of August. So that's coming really soon.
Yeah. No, that's right.
About a guy stuck in a time loop. Looking nice. I like games like this that are sort of self-contained. This very much seems like one of those games that you can maybe complete in one sitting and tells an interesting story. So I am all for this one.
Yeah.
Next up, we had Psychonauts 2, and we got a release date, Peter.
Yeah, we did. It's coming August of this year, so it's very soon, a couple of months away. It certainly looks like it's more Psychonauts. It's colourful. It's got that weird kind of almost Tim Burton-esque. I mean, maybe that's taken away from Tim Schafer, really. It's Double Fine.
It's very Double Fine.
Yeah, but it's got that interesting, almost stop motion kind of look about it. So it's coming for Xbox One and Xbox Series S and X and PC as well, I believe, in August.
Yeah, very exciting. I know that lots of fans have been waiting eagerly for that one, and it's happening. I think someone said in the chat it was announced 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So we're nearly there. We're nearly across the finish line. Doom Eternal is getting a free next-gen update. Let's see. 60 FPS with ray tracing, a true 4K mode, or a 120 FPS mode.
Yeah.
That'll be coming soon. So that game already looks and plays brilliantly, and now it'll be even better on Xbox Series consoles.
Absolutely.
Which is far easier to say, It's far easier to say, isn't it, than Series X/S.
Someone was saying that, the Forza guy was saying Xbox Series consoles, and I like that. It's got to be the new lingo.
Much easier.
Yeah. Also, I was going to say, updates coming to Fallout 76.
Yes.
So we saw the first lot bit was Steel Rain, it says here, coming in July the 7th. It says, seeing you decide the fate of the Brotherhood. So I don't know what the stakes are. I don't know what the conflict is, but so there's that. But also, a return to familiar territory, right, Ben?
Yes, Fallout 76 Expeditions, The Pit. Of course, players went to The Pit in the Fallout 3 DLC of, I think, the same name. I think it was just called The Pit, I believe, in Pittsburgh. So they're all credit to them. They are just forging ahead with this Fallout 76. People are playing it, and they're leaning more and more into the NPC angle, which really should have had since the beginning, because if they did, they might not have suffered quite as much backlash. Players like myself might not have bounced off it, and I even stuck with it for a very long time and did everything that I could in the base game, and I just don't have any desire to come back to it, even though by all accounts it's much better now than it was.
Yeah.
But there's more content coming, so there we are.
Yeah, if you're still playing it, look forward to that. So there was an interesting game after that that we made a certain comparison to, and you said lots of other people will be making a different comparison, and lo and behold, the write-up that we are reading from has made the latter comparison. Ben, tell us more.
So, Party Animals is the name of this game. It looks like Gang Beasts.
So much like Gang Beasts.
But you play as animals, essentially. So much so, in fact, that a lot of the animations, the fact you could grab with seemingly independent hands, you were a bit wobbly, you were headbutting people. It's like, this is Gang Beasts. This looks just like Gang Beasts. And then it's not called Gang Beasts. I'm yet to give the developer a Google and see if it's from the same team or not. But a lot of people will see this and go, oh, this is just like, they're just ripping off Fall Guys.
Yeah, this is Fall Guys.
Gang Beasts came first, and Gang Beasts is amazing. So this looks ridiculous, and it's coming out next year, and I'm looking forward to it, even if it's got nothing to do with Gang Beasts.
And this is a lot more like Gang Beasts than Fall Guys. Fall Guys, has that sort of race aspect to it, whereas Gang Beasts is actually about just pummeling each other to death or throwing each other off cliffs. So yeah, definitely this is a Gang Beasts game. That's what we're spiritually, if not officially. So that's the comparison you should all be making. Yeah, that's what it is. Hades was next, so that's coming to Xbox. It's coming to Game Pass in August. I'm sure everyone has heard about Hades. Its reputation precedes it. So that's just one to look out for. You know what you're getting.
It is. Sincerely hope that also extends to PlayStation as well, because I'm really looking forward to playing this one. I could play it on Switch, but I'd rather wait. Got other things to play, and if it does come out in August, then that may be the perfect time for me to hop in and give that a go. Let's talk about Somerville.
Oh, yeah.
This looked really cool. It is actually, we didn't actually address this on stream. Someone, I think it was Ben Cooper, actually, to give him a shout out, because I did read his comment, but then didn't read it aloud, said that it is at least from the same guy who brought us Limbo and Inside, which is why it looks a lot like Inside.
We said at the time, that it looked like it.
Seemingly post-apocalyptic. There's some sort of end-world event happening. Very stylized. It's you and your dog and your presumably wife and child, and you're just sort of trying to escape this sort of weird alien invasion end time thing. It looks great. Looks bleak and weird, and I love the art style.
Yeah, the playable character ran past someone who was shooting a gun, seeming like a sort of ally, like a soldier or something. And I guess that might even be a kind of indication that, it's another Limbo-like game, in that you're not necessarily going to be doing the attacking yourself. You're probably going to be doing physics-based platforming puzzles and things like that. I don't know if that's true, but that was kind of what I got from this game, that it's going to be a platformer and a puzzler, that kind of thing. So very much looking forward to that. Love Limbo and the like. So
yeah, excited for it. Tell me about Halo.
Obligatory Halo placement.
He's back.
The Chief is here. So we got a bit of both in terms of single player and multiplayer. As far as single player is concerned, there wasn't any gameplay shown. It was a cutscene for Halo Infinite, but it looks good graphically. I know that doesn't tell us necessarily whether things have improved in the game, because obviously infamously there were some issues with what we saw last from the campaign footage, but also the multiplayer has been shown off. And as well as saying that, I think previous Halo games are all being made like cross-platform in terms of PC and Xbox, as well as Halo Infinite being cross-platform, it's going to be free to play, which is a bit of a surprise. I did not see that coming.
Anyone can play it, and on Game Pass. The multiplayer, I'm no Halo expert. I've dipped my toes into Halo at friends' houses, in the past and stuff, but I've never really sat down and played it. Looks to me to sort of have all the hallmarks of Halo multiplayer. Capture the flag. Was it King of the Hill? Is that one of the Halo?
That's one, yeah.
Ones? Yeah.
Juggernaut, Oddball. Things like that, and there's a verticality to Halo multiplayer. There's a lot of jumping around, and there's like a slingshot seemingly, or not a slingshot, like a hook shot in this game. I don't know if maybe the last game also had that, or if that's a brand new Halo Infinite thing, because I've also not played a Halo game for a couple of installments now. But it looks like all the kind of chaos and movement you'd expect from Halo multiplayer. So, yeah, very good.
The Diablo 2 remake was up next. I've played, I think, maybe 3 or 4 hours of Diablo 3, but I was never really a PC gamer, so I've never diabled.
Hey, very good.
No, you don't need to give me that. Our chat seemed to be a bit mixed on this one. Some people very excited because hey, it's Diablo and they're not giving us a Diablo 4, so we'll take it. But also a couple of people not too sure about how they felt about this one.
I don't really know why, because I'm not much of a Diablo veteran. I've played games within the genre on PC, but I don't think I've ever played a Diablo game at all. Just similar games. But yeah, for some reason, it seems to have split the crowd. I guess you need to be a bit more in the know in terms of the fandom and exactly what is and isn't going down well and for what reasons. But in any case, it's 4K, 60 FPS, and it's coming on the 23rd of September. So if you like the look of it, if you're not like 50% of our chat, then check it out.
Absolutely. A Plague Tale A Plague Tale Requiem. The sequel to A Plague Tale Innocence, which both of us were really happy to see, because while both of us were interested in it when we first saw it a few years ago, neither of us have gotten around to playing it.
No.
But it's great. It's great to see because it was from a smaller developer, a smaller publisher, and it's clearly done well enough to get a sequel.
Yeah.
Nice to see it get this stage. And the rats look horrible. I know it was CG, but oh god.
Yeah, revolts sort of a liquid swirling mass of rats, which is kind of it was the USP, of course, for the first game, the way that this sort of swarm technology that they had going.
Rat physics.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was just CG for now, but I'm sure it'll be another good-looking game. We saw more Far Cry 6 as well today. So it's actually, as you pointed out, Ben, we've seen some form of Far Cry 6 update in 3 conferences so far. All of the ones we've covered, in fact. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So this was actual gameplay, in fact.
We did finally get some gameplay, so at least there was a reason for this. It wasn't just another, CG trailer or whatever. Hey, it looks like Far Cry. It'd be weird if it didn't.
It does.
Looks pretty. No HUD on there though, so that always helps. I think not that it would look ugly with HUD, but you know exactly what you're gonna get from this game, and it will be coming out in October, so not long to go.
Yeah, good. What was next?
Shredders. Not knitted by nanas necessarily.
No, and they're not pants that allow you to just fart in public.
No, not those either. Interesting logo. It was pitched as, what was it? Made by Borders for Borders or something like that.
Yeah.
It looks like if you because when we talked about Steep in Ubisoft's conference yesterday, the What Happened At video, it's like that, but if you took out 99% of the other players. So it's just a snowboarding game, which I think is long overdue. We don't need these crazy open worlds with as many players as possible, but it looked pretty. It was a bit of a strange, understated trailer, but hey, a lot of people will be quite excited about that one, I think.
They will, yeah. And I think there were other people boarding around, but maybe just in a kind of small-scale multiplayer kind of way, not in a huge. So when you say take away 99%, it's not necessarily just you on your own, but
you take away 99% from 1,000 players.
Exactly that. Yeah. We then, this was weird. I forgot about this one, but I'm just looking at it now.
It's strange, isn't it? This guy.
Atomic Heart came out of nowhere and was sort of grey yet colourful, and was kind of dark and gritty yet wacky and in your face. And oh my god, what is it? I don't know. Weird. So it's apparently from an alternate version of 1950s Soviet Union, and there were some kind of weird robot characters and monstrous things and strange weapons, and it was all going on.
Yeah, I really like the look of this one. Just completely bonkers. Excited to see more as and when. No release date, I don't think.
No.
This was just the announcement trailer, but yeah, look really strange.
Yeah.
So I will keep an eye on this one for sure.
Yeah. We then got another good-looking game, Replaced, which was a kind of, I guess kind of a cyberpunky, colourful, punchy thing. It was like a 2D side-scroller, I think, but with I think some of the assets were sort of pixelated in a stylistic way, but I feel like if memory serves, I've already forgotten, the background wasn't done in that way, so you kind of had a disparity, an intentional disparity like that between some of the assets, which is kind of interesting, I guess.
Yeah, there was a moment when I think some searchlights passed along the brick exterior of a building, and it was properly 3D, and then you had your 2D character on the other side. It was very striking, for sure. I don't really know if this one necessarily appeals to me that much, but maybe it's just the setting. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Maybe Cyberpunk has just sort of been ruined by Cyberpunk.
Yeah, maybe so.
But it looked interesting, and it's coming next year, so there we are.
We had some Grounded after that, an update coming to Grounded, the Shroom and Doom update. You can sit now, apparently.
You can sit, you can get pets, there are mushrooms to harvest, there's a giant spider called the Brood Mother, which they showed off the arachnophobia slider, and just turned it into a blob, which was quite funny. But I mean, Grounded looks great. Yeah. It looks like a really fun game, so more content for that is good. Next, though, Peter, Among Us.
Yeah.
We really don't need to talk about Among Us again, just as we didn't really need to talk about it last time. There's more Among Us stuff coming.
Yeah.
It's coming, and it's coming on the 15th of June. So there we are. What did you think about Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes? Eiyuden.
Well, we kind of, perhaps unfairly, we saw just some nice kind of anime character art at the start. It was just kind of showing characters, and we're like, oh, it's one of these.
It's one of these ones.
And then actually, when they started playing gameplay, I was like, wow, that's actually very pretty. Again, it was a 3D detailed sort of quote-unquote photorealistic world, but with the characters were done in a kind of flat 2D character, almost akin to a kind of a PlayStation era JRPG. So, you know, but again, it's that thing of an old graphical style that was done out of necessity way back when, and now it's being done intentionally and because it looks cool and interesting. And what do you think of this? Do you think it's one you're going to play, or are you just going to look at it from afar?
I think it's one that I will look on at admiringly from afar, because it is gorgeous, like really pretty. It's not the first game to have done this, as a lot of our chat pointed out. It's a lot like Octopath Traveler, combining the old school art style with the newer technology. Looks really nice, but I can't say that I'm necessarily looking for a sort of throwback Japanese RPG right now, or a throwback to Japanese RPGs. So definitely one to look at lovingly, I think.
The question is, if you're not looking for one, are you looking for two? Because actually, effectively, two games were announced. Eiyuden Chronicle Rising comes a year before Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. It's a sort of a prequel, seemingly. It might not be as big in scale. Might be just a little package to get you hyped. But two of those coming.
2022 and 2023. So there we are. The Ascent. What did you think about The Ascent?
I don't know. I was kind of a bit overwhelmed by it in some ways. It kind of seemed a bit... It's one of those games that for us... I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but it's that top-down angle that makes me think like, oh, not for me. It was kind of... There seemed to be quite a lot going on. I don't know. I just kind of thought, oh, okay, that's for someone. Thank you very much. I'm ready for the next trailer now.
Yeah. This is not going to be one that particularly interests me. It looks a bit twin stick shootery, again, quite cyberpunk-y. Not hugely interested myself, but hey, as with all these games, it'll be for someone. Someone will like it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Age of Empires 4, Peter.
Absolutely, yeah. I was going to say, sticking with a top-down view, Age of Empires 4 coming. So October, this is due, October 28th. Just for PC, I think, at the moment, and probably likely permanently. But so I'm sure it's more of what you know if you like Age of Empires. I've not played an AoE game for a long time, but it's on its way.
Yep. 2 was, I think, the last one I properly got into, and I loved, and I still love Age of Empires 2. coming this year.
Yeah.
So there we are. I got my only point, or I got the only point of the predictions contest with this next one. The Outer Worlds 2 has been announced. How exciting. I loved the Outer Worlds 1, and then it said console exclusive, and I was very sad. And I remembered that Microsoft bought everything because they can. And now if I want to play this game, I have to spend close to £300 on a console. And isn't that fun?
Or you have
I love
to sit
capitalism.
at your desk and play on PC.
I want to play on my PC. Look, if I turn this way, you can see how shiny my forehead is. It's so warm. I want to sit here and play games. Can you imagine what my PC would do if I tried to play a game on it?
It wouldn't like it.
I'd die. Yeah. This is great, though. Hugely excited by this. No release date, obviously. This is just an announcement. The trailer was really funny as well.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what I don't recommend, I'm speaking too soon here, but I don't recommend playing the next game on your Xbox if you do end up getting one. Apparently, Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming for consoles. It also says here it's getting a film tie-in. I completely missed that, but it's here in the write-up.
No, it's not the film tie-in. It's the Top Gun expansion.
That's right. Yeah,
that's what it means.
I was like, they're making a movie, a flight simulator
film.
There's Top Gun DLC coming for it, but this is coming to consoles. And the discussion about this game I've seen online, because it was rumored that this was going to be announced at E3, and the discussion I've seen online is that on PC, Microsoft Flight Simulator takes up a lot of space. So how is it possibly going to work on a console? Will it be somehow like streamed? Or on the other hand, will it be streamlined? See what I did there?
That was great.
So maybe not as high quality playing it on console as you might expect from the PC version. I don't know. As I say, I might be speaking too soon. Might run like a dream.
Like a dream. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. There was wildlife though. I can't remember that being in the PC version. But if they've made it even more graphically detailed, Xboxes are going to have a fun time storing that one on the hard drive.
Yeah, strange.
Forza Horizon 5. That was announced, and it looks really, really pretty.
It does. Yeah.
So pretty. I mean, it's Forza Horizon. I think they're taking it to Mexico, or at least that was the focus of it. Really good looking game, lots of fun mini game side stuff to do, and then sort of the open world that Horizon games have become known for. Looks great.
Lots of superlatives around the description of the world. It's our biggest world, it's our most detailed world, the highest point we've ever been in Forza above sea level. So it's another Forza world for you to play in. They're always good.
It is.
Whether it's got the longevity, we don't know, but that's. Again, if you like Forza, there's another one coming. It's a running theme throughout E3.
It is. It's not for us, but it's for someone.
Yeah.
November the 9th is when that's coming out. But then, somewhat strangely, we got and one more thing. This is an Xbox exclusive, confirmed, coming from... Is this Arkane?
Yeah.
Yes, Arkane are doing this. Redfall, a sort of co-op zombie game. This was all CG, obviously just the announcement trailer. I mean, it looked pretty cool, but it didn't feel like it had the sort of the heft or the weight of ending your conference on, say, more Halo would have done. We were most people in the chat as well, a bit thrown by them finishing with this one.
Yeah, sort of a vampire squad base. There were like 4 distinct characters, so I don't know if it's maybe just a 4-player co-op game, or maybe there'll be even more characters to play as, and it'll be more kind of bigger and live servicey. I don't think maybe it's going to be the latter, but it's a new IP. They seemed proud of it, and Arkane have a fairly good track record, so that's a good thing. But it's coming 2022, apparently.
It is. That's all we know. And there we are. That was the Xbox Bethesda E3 2021 stream.
Yeah.
That's what it is, isn't it? Conference. That's it. Those are all the announcements. What did you think? Do any of those stand out to you in particular? Are you very excited by some? Disgusted by others?
Yeah.
Of course, let us know in the chat. We've got to go right now and react to Square Enix, so there'll be a What Happened At, all about that, later on.
There will. But yeah, stick with the channel and look out for the same for Nintendo as well. It's coming in the next couple of days.
Absolutely. We'll catch you guys then. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.